Welcome to another session of Your Image, your public relations flagship program. I'm happy you are with us this week again, and we are proceeding with the topic, brain drain from Nigeria. How can we curtail? And of course, I still have with me my guest, talking about Dr. Ayo Adetoyinbo, who is an author, an academic, having or applying his trade in the Christian University at Abeokuta. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
And, thank you so much. Yeah. I also have Dr. Ademi Alayaki. He's someone that we share so much in Ogun State, and of course, he has been an ambassador to the Nigerian Medical Association as the National Secretary for that profession. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening.
Adibayo Adebori, welcome once again this week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your submission last week. We hope to have a better resolution now. Yes. So, viewers, we've talked about the root cause or root causes of this brain drain from Nigeria. It is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. We are aware that in 2006, Iran was tagged as the highest affected country on the issue of a brain drain. And when we also look at the ranking of countries that have been affected with this brain drain, we have Ethiopia, we have South Africa, we have Kenya, Nigeria is involved, and not just at this end of the world, we also have Esna and Herzegovina, we have Brazil, we have some other countries that have been affected, and we are worried. Should a country allow its brain drain, its best brain, to be moving out of its domain? And we have discussed about the consequences to the nation. So, let me start with you, Dr. Adetoyinbo. What would you now consider as solutions to this brain drain issue?
Yes, one of the solutions I would prefer is that the government should stand up to its responsibilities, trying to find a way of keeping those they have trained. Where people are drifting to, you find that government controls everything. So if the government does not have such policy in keeping their professionals or keeping their brains, then little can the private sector do. Private sectors cannot do much about such things, except if government has a particular policy on ground to stop this. One of them, we have said earlier on, or last week, is about meeting up with the service conditions. You have to meet up with the service conditions for your professionals or your workers that will cut across all phases of employment.
Let me put this to you.
Yep.
We have private persons, companies, coming up with good hospitals, good academic institutions, and also companies coming up with gigantic projects. And our men are employed in those countries, in those places. What do you think should be the role of, I'm talking about private partnership in this issue?
What should be the role of?
What should be their role? Because I believe that like after Babalola University, I could see that a private hospital was developed, and it has developed to a very high standard to the extent that the issue of medical tourism has been reduced. So what do you now look at the other sectors, and now we want you to prefer what should private sector based organizations should be doing so that you can stem the tide of this brain drain?
Yes, when we talk about private sector, when we talk about the academics, look at our universities. How many would they employ as regards lecturers? And if they employ them, how much would they pay? Ogun State, like we had, has over 20 private universities. Yes, but how many people have they employed? Are those people being paid well, like the federal government or even the state government? Do they move well? So these are some of the questions that we have to ask ourselves. Even those starting the universities, how many students are there compared with government universities?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
Dr. Alaki, the medical sector is a kind of environment that is lucrative. And I knew that these are those people who are establishing new hospitals. They are having experts who they employ, and they're also getting their money. So, what is your take? How much can they also help Nigeria on this drain situation?
Thank you very much. Before I answer that question, I want to put it this way. Remember, in the 50s and 60s, the king of Saudi Arabia, Queen of England, they came to Nigeria to consult in UCH to see doctors. In the 70s and 80s, foreign footballers were playing in our own local league here.
Yes.
Foreign coaches were training, were coaching our local
Masters.
You understand? Yes. Now, at what point did we miss it as a nation?
No, I should be asking you.
That the tide now changed.
I should be asking you.
That the tide now changed. That nobody wants to stay again. Now, if governments cannot provide all those things, can you give us an enabling environment that if I start a business, that business will survive? But if I'm not having an enabling environment, I'm using everything within me.
If you are talking of enabling environment,
Yes.
what are you saying?
Thank you. For example, I want to have a loan, a single-use loan that I want to have an hospital as big as this, that will provide everything that is needed. You give me, you give him, you give him, you give everybody, then we can create job. There will be healthy rivalry, healthy competition. It will not be too expensive. You just spoke about Abbott now. How many people can go there to access healthcare as compared with what you have in government hospital? But if you have about 20, 30 of such in Ondo, about 50 in Ogun State, though they are private, and there will be healthy rivalry and everything will come down. Everybody can key into it. Then I can employ more people, and my service delivery is going to be of the highest order. But when government is not giving up, so all those ones, when they want to give loan, they give loan to those people that the money is going to turn to bad debt. They want to give somebody a 2 million naira loan than to give somebody just 20 million naira to develop his or her own business that will thrive. So if you cannot provide us with security, you cannot provide us with water, good roads or what have you, and we now want to produce it, we want to do it. He mentioned that you have a business and the business, you want to buy diesel. You are buying diesel for 800 naira. But when you are buying 10 liters in a day, that's about 8,000 naira. How much are you going to make? But if you give us the environment, fine, I'm not going to give you all those things, but you can access this loan, go and develop yourself, and you pay over 10, 15 years. And if you're an agriculturist, you access loan to develop your farm. If you're a farm and a doctor, you access loan to have your hospital. As an educationist, you have loan to develop a very good school. Honestly speaking, government will just sit back. But they're not doing it, and you're not giving room for people to do it, then we'll be where we are. People will keep on drifting.
Well, thank you so much. It's a sorry tale, and I believe that people in government are listening. It's only government who can provide an enabling environment, and if that is not done, we may not get there. Adebori, in your own understanding of the future which you want to behold, what's your own creative solutions or suggestions for government?
Well, I would say this is another opportunity for the government to invest in the youth. Okay. Nigeria has one of the highest youth population in the whole world. At least our youth should be our asset. So this is an opportunity for us to see it beyond, okay, we are just having children. What happens to these children? We can invest in them in the sense that we can have, apart from our education, what about skills? All over the world now, we all need to be aware that education is drifting from the conventional, traditional method of education. Currently, one of the things that is actually powering education now is technology. So it's important for the government to invest in technology, especially as it regards to the youth. Imagine I was listening to a news yesterday. I got to know that Calendly, one of this famous worldwide company, is owned by a Nigerian. But funny enough, the person is not here in this country. So I was just thinking, assuming this person is there in this country, what will have become of this particular person? So the government should invest in the youth in terms of skills acquisition beyond the normal skill acquisition that government does is okay, hairdressing, tailoring and all that. It goes beyond that. Technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Imagine it was in those days that you go to the bank and you meet a lot of people. If you want to make any transaction, you have to go to the bank. We all know that we can actually do anything on our phones. So this is an opportunity for us to work towards how we can actually bring that to Nigeria. There's nothing stopping us from making these things here in this country. We have some of our youth that are good in coding, programming and all that. But most foreign governments, once they see them, they hijack them. So if the government of this country will work towards getting these people, training them, I think one of the things that this state government is doing is this. We have some of our tech hub now. So these are things that we can actually work on. Many people that are in tech, they are making millions of naira in a month. So if we can see that okay, here in our country we can actually do things like that, you prefer to stay. Something happened last week. We all know about what happened in Kaduna, the train attack. One of our youths is a doctor. She's a doctor. She was actually one of the people that died. Yes. And she was actually she was due to leave the country that same week. Now, if somebody thinks of that, do you think of staying in the country? There is no security. So these are some of the things that the government should work on. And also talk to the issue of human rights. Human rights is important. It's something that we need to actually work on. We talked about private institutions the other time. There is something that was trending on Twitter about last month, talking about toxic boxes. We have some of our people that are owners of companies and they are treating their workers badly. You have them all around. Most of them are private institutions. So because there is nothing like human rights, they believe that okay, if you leave, then somebody else will come. Because of they see the high level of unemployment as an opportunity for them to toil with the life of their staff. So our mental health is important. These are things that the government needs to work on and to ensure that we are safe here right here in our country.
Thank you very much, everybody. Dr. Rotobo, we have seen that there can be a switch in the opportunities that is available to the country. I want to consider that this brain drain issue, as it is now, can be a benefit to Nigeria in the nearest future. For those people that have moved on for greener pastures, that have tested the new environment, that have acquired new experience, have imbibed new ideas, and technology-wise too, they have also grown. What do you say to them in investing back to Nigeria?
You see, what I see is the bottom line. Security is very, very important. People are afraid to come to Nigeria. You understand? People are afraid to come to Nigeria to invest. Every day we hear stories about people being kidnapped and the rest. Somebody has been trained over there. He has money. He wants to come home and invest.
No, I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm talking about because
I'm talking about those who are there, yes, and who have made it, yes, and then they coming home.
What role should we expect from them to play
from there to this place, or they coming in,
reinvesting back in Nigeria, trying to change the scenario, this ugly situation that we feel that is pervading? What role do they have? Because we have seen some of them who are also security experts. we have seen some of them who are educationists. We have seen some of them who are consultants and the like, plying their trade all over. And it is believed that such people can also invest. They can come back to Nigeria to develop Nigeria and meet that standard that they expect. So I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying too. We are talking about the standard. Do we have that such standard here? First and foremost, I said about security. Security is very, very important when you are talking about people investing here. Again, talk about public power supply. Do we have the regular supply? We don't have here. Remember, some time ago or a few years back, companies moved from Nigeria to Ghana. Michelin, Dunlop, and the rest of them. Even Nigerians too do invest in Ghana. They have hospitals in Ghana. I don't want to mention, some people. They have hotels in Ghana. So when we talk about that, it's a lot. Because the basic things are not there for investment to thrive in Nigeria.
Okay,
people are afraid coming back home, bringing their money to spend here, and then at the end of the day, they have no profit, or they won't have their positive run of investment.
I feel that we must have a way forward in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because for as long as we continue to paint this gloomy picture, then it seems that there may not be hope for the future generations of Nigerians. So in your own perception and or creative solutions, what do you suggest? Because there must be partnership. We have been told that government alone cannot do this job, and that government does not have business in business. So, Dr. Latu.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I think if we've been able to identify some of the problems, insecurity, corruption, lack of infrastructure, unemployment, if you want a reversal, the best is to start providing those things. Good leadership. If we still pay lip service to fighting corruption in this country, it will continue. To an average Nigerian, getting to power is to go and make money, to go and line a pocket, with no apologies to anybody. An average person who gets to power goes there to steal our money. And if it continues that way, there's no way you want to develop the country.
So how do we change the scenario?
How do you want to change it? Somebody, look at the doctor who was killed in Ibora last year, that led to this, what have you. He came down, he invested in agriculture. And he was kidnapped in his farm, he was killed. Do you think another person will come back? Until when you reverse those problems created that make people to go, if you cannot reverse them, I will never advise anybody to come home. Neither will Dr. Doto Ibo, not my brother here, advise anybody, say, okay, come back, or you have made 10 million naira, come invest in Nigeria. When I know that you can be killed, when I know that you will not enjoy light, when I know that some people are ready, like hawk, to make money out of your own money you made to invest in Nigeria, I will never advise it. Until government itself decides to, change the scenario. When it's changed,
we are also government.
There's a difference between the two. I'm not the one that will provide electricity. I'm not the one, neither you, that will give good roads. Neither you, that will go to office and steal money. Until when we have a reversal in those things, that is when people can say, oh, my country, look at Ghana. I've been to Ghana about 4 times. The Ghana you read about in 81, 82, 83 that made the people to run to Nigeria. Go and check the place now. I was in Ghana. There was no power outage. The roads, people were obeying traffic laws, everything. And I said, look, these are black like us. You will be happy.
Even in Cotonou there.
Cotonou there. You'll be happy you are living in a place, a civilized place. But in Nigeria, I left other there to come to this place. I left about 3:20. I got there past 5. It's just that should not last more than 25-30 minutes.
Well, listening to them might dampen your spirit.
It will harden the heart more.
No. I feel that
Ready for
with the future that you want to uphold. So, what's your solution?
Okay. Well, my solution, based on what they have actually said, and I, just as you said it might have dampened my spirit. Personally, I have written my.
I'm lifting your spirit. So
yes. So, and I'll also take it from where doctor said. He mentioned something. He said here in Ghana is an African country like us. So that shows that it's actually possible.
Okay.
If we do the right
I like that spirit.
So if it can happen in Ghana, that means it can actually happen in Nigeria. So that maybe what we need to do now is to copy what is happening over there. And also for those in diaspora, two things that I think they can do. Coming back, they have said it's not possible. Actually, it's not going to be possible based on the reports we are having. So another thing that we can actually do is, okay, those that are there, can they send in their investment? Maybe they might not come here directly. Maybe they have some relatives. Because one thing I believe is, it's not possible for you to leave and every other person in your family will also leave. You still have extended families that are here in Nigeria.
So we have an opportunity to make Nigeria a better place. Well, this is where we're going to end this discussion on issue of brain drain from Nigeria. I'm particularly happy that my guests have done justice to this topic. Let me begin with the youth who still has the hope that Nigeria is going to be a better place. Thank you, Adebayo Adebori. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I hope when we call on you next time, you oblige us.
Definitely.
Dr. Alaki, sir, I know you believe so much in Nigeria, and I know your pedigree. That why are you believing for me? Don't believe for me, I beg. So thank you for joining us on this chat. We wish to have you once more.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you are in charge of our youth,
Coming back.
educating them and all the rest. Please instill that hope that Nigeria will be a better place. Thank you for being with us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Viewers,
thank you, viewers.
it's been a wonderful time with my guests. I thank you for being with us. Continue to be with us this same time next week. Thank you so much. Bye.